Jack Kirby, often referred to by his fans and peers as the King, was one of the most pioneering comic creators of all time, creating hundreds of new characters that leapt off the page, drafting new mind-blowing landscapes, and further defining what would be known as the Marvel Comics style. Kirby was born as Jacob Kurtzberg to Austrian Jewish immigrants. He developed an interest in drawing at an early age. He was mostly self-taught as an artist by studying comic strips and political cartoons.
I just began to draw at a very, very young age. Superheroes came very naturally to me because that particular form of drawing seemed to represent what I liked about men and women in general.
After creating the patriotic wartime hero Captain America with Joe Simon for Marvel's predecessor, Timely Comics, Kirby himself joined the war effort as a combat infantryman for the United States Army. After the war ended, Kirby returned to Timely Comics Marvel, reuniting with the now editor-in-chief, Stan Lee.
Jack Kirby went back to his old stomping grounds, Timely Comics, and got together with Stan Lee and started to do comic books again. And that's the beginning of Marvel.
Together, they created the Fantastic Four. This groundbreaking comic featured a super family with super problems of their own. The title became a commercial hit, redefining the modern comic book. And Marvel soon launched a new line of titles, with Kirby serving as an artist for most of them.
I would have been proud to have said, Jack and I did the Fantastic Four and let it go at that, but my gosh, at the same time, we were doing Thor, and we were doing the X-Men, and we were doing Sergeant Fury and Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Jack was equally good at every one of them.
The Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, X-Men, the Avengers, the Inhumans, the Black Panther, the Silver Surfer. Kirby's imaginative mind and skilled pen gave life to hundreds of major and minor characters for Marvel Comics. His broad interests added a new dimension to comics: cosmic spacescapes, mythological characters sparring across bizarre, mind-twisting panoramas.
He was the most imaginative, inventive guy I've ever met. I mean, his imagination was incredible, the things he thought of.
We all dream. Our dreams make us larger. We all want to see what's beyond all horizons. I believe it's part of the human makeup, and I reflect that in my drawings.
The visionary creations of Jack Kirby forever transformed the art of comics and gave birth to an entire universe of epic cinematic storytelling.
I feel that story first. I know those people first. When I put them down, they've already lived.
Jack Kirby was an industry icon, redefined comics not only with his eye-popping artwork, but with his bold point of view of what comics could be. He was the creative genius behind a legion of compelling and enduring characters, as you just saw, who are still beloved around the world. And it's really impossible to convey his impact on the industry because his work is still inspiring and influencing artists today, and it will be for generations to come. So we're proud to include Jack Kirby among our revered Disney legends, and pleased that his son Neil could join us for this celebration of Jack's career and to accept the award in his father's behalf. Thank you.
You belong, you belong, you belong, you belong to the Merry Marvel Marching Society. March along, march along, march along to the song of the Merry Marvel Marching Society.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to extend our, especially our family's condolences to Stan and his family on the loss of his wife Joan last week. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. And again, first, thank you, Mr. Iger, and to the Disney Awards Selection Committee, all our friends at Marvel, John Cerulean, Dan Buckley, and David Bogart, my family, my wife Connie and daughter Jillian, and of course all my father's thousands of fans that have stood by him and behind him for well over 7 decades. It's very much appreciated. So on behalf of my sisters, Lisa, Barbara, Susan, and myself, we would like to thank everybody. My father, I know, would be very humbled and proud to accept this award, and he was probably the most humble person on the face of the planet. I always like to say that my father did not create superheroes, and he didn't even create superhumans. He really just created super people, and I'd just like to, again, thank everybody, and certainly thank you for enjoying his incredible and staggering body of work that he produced. Thank you.